Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I'm trying to situate my phone. Sorry about that. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that was super noisy. My bad. So, today we are going to be talking about living dirt cheap in California. I'm making some tea. So I'm going to do that while a few of you come in before I start talking about that. I've got honey and the green tea that I recently purchased. What's that right there? Green tea bags, which I did not know that matcha or something like that, matcha tea was from green tea. I didn't know that. I wanted to try that matcha tea. Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. So I already had my coffee, but I'm having tea this morning with you guys. Not that I'm having tea this morning because I had my coffee. Let's see. Josue and Kay Kennedy. How you doing? Hey, Kathy. I hope you're feeling better. All right. So I just have my tea bag right there. And as I prepare my tea, I'm going to put 1 or 2 tablespoons of honey just because I found it to be yummy. And I also heard that honey is supposed to be good for you as far as helping you with like allergies, seasonal allergies, which I have horrible seasonal allergies. So I am doing the honey thing, trying to consume honey as much as possible. Hopefully I don't drop it all over myself. And the spoon is a little hot. I had it in the tumbler. My gosh. All right. Wish me well. I'll try not to fill it up too much. Oh boy. Okay, I'll stop it right there. Looks like medicine, doesn't it? It probably is. Good medicine for you. I might add 2 of these. I definitely am sweeter than that honey, for sure. All right, I'm gonna try this. Explain to us your situation and who are and stuff. Okay. Well, since I have not seen your handle before, I assume you're new. Welcome. Thank you. You're still positive? Dang it. Ugh, but feeling better. Thanks for asking. Well, no problem. I hope you and your mom are feeling better. And ooh, that tastes good, but I'm just going to make it a little bit sweeter. Miss Full Roller. Well, hello. Welcome back. She says hi, or hey, Dia, and chat. I'm going to do one more just because I want a little something sweeter today. Yeah, that should be enough. Hopefully. Oh boy. I'm trying not to burn myself, you guys, because this is hot. Hold on. I'll get to it in just a second. Bear with me. And there we go. All right. So I will be sipping on this with the cute little channel sticker. Okay. So, for those of you that are new, that don't know me, my name is Dia. Well, that's my nickname, Dia. And you're on DiasFrugalLife. And I just share videos about my frugal life, my adventures, wherever I happen to be, if I move, if I purchase anything, if I get anything gifted, if I come across any information, just in general, my life, my situation, just basically my frugal life. I consider myself a bit frugal, a bit of a prepper, and a bit of a minimalist. So all those kind of combined is what I show a lot on my channel. And not that I'm cheap. I consider myself more frugal, but I can be a little cheap sometimes. Let's see. How did I heat that up? Well, currently I'm in the van, but my home base is an RV. I live in an RV park right now. And on and off, I've lived in my van full time, but most of the time I've had a home base, whether it be a house or an RV. Not really an apartment. Once I started the van life, the alternative life, you know, I have lived in apartments, I have lived in homes, I have lived in, you know, a variety of places, but that's when I was a kid, and then I was an adult and got married and all that. But after my divorce, I decided to live in my car, which I had a Prius. I had a Prius, and then I moved up to a minivan. Well, not this Sienna, but a Sienna like this. I upgraded. I feel like I upgraded because I tried the car life, and although you get the awesome fuel mileage, I needed the space personally. I needed more space than that. I like to keep more things than just what can fit in a car. And I was kind of like back and forth about a storage unit. I didn't want to pay a storage unit because the average price is about $100. So I was like, let's avoid $100 and put that towards food or towards gas or towards wherever else. But yeah, I just prefer to live more simply. You know, guys, I share different videos and then I get advice from you guys, and I appreciate it. But sometimes you guys give me like too much as far as what to do, what I should do, or just suggestions. I'm not saying you guys are bossy. I'm just saying you guys give me a lot of solutions, but the way that I typically go is very simple, very minimal. If I can do the KISS method, if I can do like one or two things that I may do, then that's what I do. I don't try to buy extra. I don't try to go extra. I don't try to do all kinds. I find the simple solution, and that's what I go with. Let's see. What are y'all saying? Simple life, same here. I know I missed a few. Okay, I get kicked out of a lot of, for some reason. You just bought a van? What kind of van? Oh, Kathy, you're looking into getting a stove? What are your thoughts on propane versus butanes or combo stoves? Well, I still, if you want it, I still have a cot. I have the butane stove if you want that. One of these times, one of these times I have to go to San Diego and like meet you and hand you all this stuff so you can try it out for yourself. I went with the butane just because I found it simpler. But if you want it to be cheaper in the long run, the propane is I think it's a lot better, because you can buy the actual like I think they have like a 1 gallon, I think that's what it's called, a miniature, like a cooker one, you know, those tanks that you use for the barbecue, but they're like miniature looking, and you can refill those for a lot cheaper than you can buy the little bottles, refillable bottles. So if I was starting out again, I would probably go with propane versus the butane, just because of that. In the long run, it's cheaper. But yeah, today's video, I want to share how I live dirt cheap in California. And if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that I try to stay within $1,000 a month range. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes I don't spend even $1,000. but I like to share my general expensive, my basic bare bone expenses, only because I know a lot of you think that you can't live super cheap or frugal or lower your expenses because we're normal, right? People expect you to live a certain way and constantly buy things and constantly go out to eat and travel, and people invite you to all kinds of things, which is nice, but if you want to live a little bit cheaper, then you have to avoid going places, many places. Hey Tim, good morning. Good morning. Where in Cali? I'm in the desert. I am in Barstow at the moment. But like, I just want to share my expenses, my basic bare bone expenses, and it's not for everybody because I do alternative lifestyles. So right now I have a roommate and we share the rent, so it doesn't cost me that much. You're in Llano, you close? Huh. Let's see. It's great to have suggestions as you have a lot to choose from, to tweak to what works for you. Let's see. We all see things different from points of experience that you might be missing. Yeah. That's why I like sharing. I like sharing a bunch of information. I like sharing and I like watching videos. Also, I like learning because there's things that I might be curious to try, and then there's things that I haven't tried myself, or I have tried, and what works, what doesn't work, and then I see other people sharing what works for them, and if it's something more simple, then I would like to try it. Let me crack my windows because it's getting warm in here now. Hopefully, just a little bit. Anyhow, nomad and normal is not synonymous. Well, that's true. So I'm going to be sharing what my expenses are. And I kind of have like a little general idea for you guys. This is just like bare bones. And I typically share my bare bones because that's what I go for as far as like my emergency fund. If I happen to lose my job, if I happen to have an illness, if I happen to not be able to work for a while, my goal is always to get enough to live for at least 6 months to a year with my bare bones expenses. And I like to keep that at about $1,000 a month. So that way it's cheap enough for me to live off 5 to 10,000, somewhere around there, which is pretty doable to save up. You know, it takes time, but it's doable to save up versus you thinking, oh my God, I spend 3,000, I spend 5,000 each month paying a huge mortgage, paying this, paying car payments, paying whatever it may be, credit cards, and you can't live off no $1,000 a month. Well, if you put your mind to it, you sure can. You sure can. So I'm going to write down my expenses here and just share this. And okay, so rent here in the RV park is $700, but there's 2 of us, so that's $350 that we share. So I pay $350, and that includes all utilities, even electric. So that's pretty cheap, right? For California. Food and hygiene kind of mesh together because I just go to Walmart and I get what I need. But I average about $200 a month. You know, everything that I'm writing on here is an average, because sometimes I want to spend a little more. I want to try a different product or what have you. And sometimes I don't spend hardly anything at all, but I average about this much. My van insurance right now is, I'm rounding up to $145. I have full coverage. Maintenance, I like to hold back $100. just because we know you're gonna have to do oil changes, you're gonna have to do tire rotations, change tires out, fix whatever comes up, right? So I just save in my sinking fund. I save about $100 every month towards that. There's many months that I don't spend anything, and then when you go and get your service, they tell you, oh, you need a new filter, you need this, you need that. So I save it back, and that's what I do. Good morning, Ileana. Let's see. And then my cell phone, right now I'm paying $40, and that's unlimited. I have, I think it's 60 gigs. I think that's what it's called. 60 gigs a month for data. I have 20 gigs of hotspot. And that seems to be pretty good for me for uploading videos and watching YouTube and playing on my phone a bit every once in a while. But the $40 is from Mint Mobile, and you have to prepay a whole year in advance to be able to get that price, which I think is pretty good. I think it's really good for my needs anyway. And then it slows you down after you use up the 60 gigs, and it slows me down. But for some reason, I'm still able to do live streams without it buffering, or at least buffering very much. So it works for me. It has worked well. The Mint Mobile, I think, goes off T-Mobile towers. But anyhow, I'd highly recommend, if you guys have your own home Wi-Fi, home internet, and you want to look for a cheap plan, Mint Mobile is the way to go, because you can get it as low as $15 a month for unlimited talk and text and like barely any data. But if you have home internet, then who cares, right? Let me see what y'all are putting before I finish this up. The only reason I might spend more than $1,000 is because I don't know how to cook, so I spend on gas and food. Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on, everybody's different. We have different priorities. We have different necessities. We have different wants. So that's fine. I cook very simple. I eat the same type of foods all the time. I don't really get bored of it. If I feel like I want to eat something different, then I'll go and have lunch, and then that's it. Like, I don't really crave too many things. It's mostly just every once in a while I'll go and get something, and that's about it. Most of the time I just cook at home and I eat very simply. Oh yeah, and then miscellaneous, I just put $100 buffer for miscellaneous because things always come up. And I include that with like registration, and if I want to do a little extra every once in a while, I have to pay property taxes for my lots in California, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's other expenses, but it averages to about $100 a month. So how much is that, guys? This is my bare bones right here. Somebody add that for me. 350 plus 200 plus 145 plus 100 plus 40 plus 100. And I don't think I'm missing anything else as far as like my necessities, my essentials. And I always mention that, if I want to take a road trip, if I want to purchase something extra, if I want to, like, I don't know, get something with solar or something extra for my van, blah, 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 blah. That's extra. That's extra. But I always share my basic bare bones because I want to kind of just put it out there. You can live super cheap. It might not be the traditional way, but hey, if you want to live cheap and you want to go to your favorite state in the whole wide world, then sometimes you got to do alternative living. And I share this because a lot of people are on very low incomes, very like limited incomes. Some of you guys are on like Social Security and retirement, and you think, how in the heck am I going to do it? Well, a lot of you guys, I know that you guys are very frugal and are very smart, But there's a lot of people that don't know. They don't know. They don't know the alternative lifestyle. Some people just come into the van life or the RV life and they didn't think that that was possible. They see it as like, oh my God, homeless or hobos or ew, I can't live like that. But it's true. It's true. You sure can. And it's just a matter of whether you want to do it or not. But that, you guys, right there is my bare bones, how I live dirt cheap in California. I think this is under $1,000 if I'm not mistaken. Let's add it up, you guys. Let's see what y'all are saying. So practice makes perfect. And they're saying hi to Mobang. You can make 3 meals out of Walmart rotisserie. Right, exactly. You make some rice or you make noodles or you make it into soup and you add with potatoes and carrots and like very basic. You can make so many meals. But people don't people don't like leftovers, or they have issues like they just cannot eat leftovers. So a lot of the tricks that I do is called makeovers instead of leftovers. So you take like a rotisserie chicken, and instead of cooking a huge batch of, I don't know, chicken soup with it and then having to eat that for a whole week straight, you just take part of the chicken and portion it out to maybe 2 to 3 meals of that, and then you take the rest and you put it to the side. Then you can split that into another portion and make some fried rice for the next couple meals. Then you take another thing and you make something else with it. So if you don't like a lot of leftovers, then you can do that. I don't mind leftovers. Sometimes I crave stuff and I like to eat it for like almost a whole week straight. And then I'm done with it for like a month or two and I don't want to eat it. So then I get creative with something else, but a lot of times I can eat it for a few days in a row. I don't mind. Let's see. My hairs and eyes are stunning. Well, thank you. Let's see. Lower the resolution on your YouTube to watch. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to play with that. Let's see. 2 thighs for lunch, a chicken sandwich. Yes, sandwiches. How did I miss that? I'm like a sandwich queen over here. Chicken noodle soup from one. Yes, exactly. Sandwiches, pair it with rice, and then like soups or casseroles. That works awesome. You watch 144 resolution for videos that I only need information. Wow, Tim, you go you go that extra mile. My God, I didn't even know that was possible. All I know is like the TVs have like the 720 or the 1040 thing, and just because I happen to see that on like Walmart, but I had no idea. Well, hello, Tara. And Miss Full Roller. You love leftovers. I do too. I do too. Especially if they're like soups or casseroles. I don't know. I like them. Oh my God, that's still hot. Ooh. Let me take the top off. Holy cow. And I get distracted real easy, you guys. So I know I was supposed to add this. Oh my gosh. But it's still roasting. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is hot. It is really hot. My gosh. All right, let me add this before I get distracted. Now, if I had to pay the whole rent myself, then of course it would be a lot more. But let's see, $3.50 at that 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'm gonna mess this up, but anyway, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What up? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. If I added that right, it should be $9.35. So it's about $1,000 thereabouts, and that's how I like to keep my bills, guys. That way I can afford to purchase extra little gadgets. I can afford to save back for road trips. I can afford to get my emergency fund back up to where it needs to be. And then once that's done, my goal is to save up enough for a huge down payment for some income property. That's what I'm going to be looking at, you guys. Income property. Let's see. Make your own taco with that one chicken too. Oh, that's true. Chicken tacos. Oh my gosh. Like taco soup, chicken tacos. I want to start making videos and kind of showing some like shit hit the fan meals, shit hit the fan van meals. I'm going to add the van into it because although fresh is the way to go, if we happen to get in some kind of sticky situation and we have cans or we have like powdered pouch food type of stuff, I want to be able to store that in the van and just like plop it together, add water, boil it real quick and enjoy it. So I might start doing some of those kind of videos if you guys want to watch that. And a taco soup is perfect because you add different kind of canned veggies, whatever you prefer, you like, just plop it in there. And if you happen to have like canned chicken or whatever kind of spam, hey, that might even work too. Spam taco soup. I might have to try that. Oh my God, yes, Tim. It was horrible. That thing did. It really did. I was expecting that to just basically whatever I put into it, which was almost like 10 grand, I would just put into that tiny house and then live there for like at least a year to recoup my money, right? To save that in rent. You know, we helped with the utilities and such, but still I wasn't going to be paying rent. So that was going to be a huge help. And I figured I would recoup my money after about a year. And then whatever after that year, it would just be like a huge savings. But that didn't work out. Let's see. Miss Fuller. It works, Dia. I ditched my home internet last year. I learned the trick a few years. Wow. From another van life, but only put it in practice a few years ago. Wow, I'm gonna have to look into that and see how to do that. I have not tried that. Watching 1080 and the phone is not necessary unless, well, you know, it gets a little bit more, I don't know, more pixely, more cloudy. Once I finish my gigs on the monthly plan, then it does make it more blurry. And for just my basic stuff, it's fine. I don't really care because I get the information anyway. Like I listen to it so that it works just fine. But I tend to upload a bunch of videos or a bunch of different, not a bunch, because I don't have hundreds of videos, right? But I tend to upload a few videos and then that takes my data. And then after that, I'm not really too worried about it. I'm not sure if, like right now I still have data. So I'm pretty sure like the video that you guys are seeing is not really pixely. But it might be once I finish my data and then I do the live streams. Maybe it gets a little bit more pixely, but it should be okay. The Frugal King. That you are, Tim. You are the Frugal King, the repurposer of everything, the DIYer, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, that's what I figured with the tiny house to do that. But I don't know, it didn't work out. Lesson learned. So now I don't bother living with anybody, like as far as, you know, in people's areas and homes. And even if they invite me, like, oh, you can stay here, or you can do, no, Thank you, but no thank you. I'm fine. I'd rather just pay, even if it's an apartment, I'd rather pay for that. And if I need to, I get a roommate and then we kind of split that, but it's like my own thing, right? Carlos, hello. Hi. Guys, this thing is still hot. But yeah, there's always a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. And this is how, you guys, I am living extremely dirt cheap in California. So if you didn't know you could live dirt cheap in California, or any other state for that matter, I always try to work my magic, pare down as much as I can, and then try to stick around my $1,000 a month, which sometimes is harder than other times. And you know what? I always hear, well, if you do like the van life, the car life, it's way cheaper. Not necessarily. Especially if you're a very frugal person and you already cut back a bunch of stuff. Not necessarily. Like in the situation that I'm in right now, paying about $350 for the RV spot, that is way cheaper than having to pay the extra van maintenance, the extra gas, Planet Fitness, and whatever else I need to do. That becomes way cheaper to stay here in the RV than to be full-time van life. So like you kind of just have to see that, because I would definitely spend $350 real easy. Probably eating out a bit more, getting my coffee at McDonald's every morning. Definitely putting more gas because I have to go back and forth to all these different places every single day. So I don't know. You just have to pick your poison. Let's see. Oh, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Are you guys still in Quartzsite? I'm curious. I think the whole big tent thing is still going on in Quartzsite, right? I don't know. The Frugal King ended up donating, help others in need. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Especially, I mean, like, I have a lot of extras that I just switch back and forth. My setups here lately, I've been switching my setup a lot. So I'll make videos about switching my setup and then I'll do a tour afterwards. And then I feel like switching it up again and I do something else and I switch my bed, or I switch the furniture in here, or I switch whatever, and then I make another tour. So a bunch of those are going to be coming up now. I have them scheduled. But it's like I want to share all my videos all like within the matter of days, but I have to pace myself because then I'll have nothing to share. And I'm doing a bunch more videos and uploading them, and then I have them scheduled. So they're private and I have them scheduled. Oh, good morning. Good morning. I am a creator. Well, hello. Good morning. So I have them scheduled because I'm taking advantage of the nicer weather right now, because later on it's going to be scorching hot here in the desert. And I'm just going to be inside the RV with the AC going. That's going to be super loud. Plus, having a roommate, that's going to be loud. And then we'll watch TV or cook or do whatever. So it's super loud. So I'm trying to put a bunch of videos, upload them, and then kind of schedule them gradually. So I wish I could share them like right away, but I'm pacing myself, guys. I'm pacing myself, impatiently pacing myself. Okay, it's not that hot now. Whew. And then I struggle as far as like, I want to make, I know how some people have like a gazillion subscribers and they post like once a week, and that would be great, but I like to post more often than that. I don't want to post every single day because then I think it's it's just boring. Like, what else do you want to see? What do you want from me? Like, just kidding. So it's more like, it's just boring. Like, you just see me doing the same thing over and over and over. Like, I don't want to post every single day like that, or even do like live streams every single day. I think you guys would be bored. Because I'm not that exciting, guys. I'm not that exciting. It's a lot of routine. Let's see, Tim. Where I live in Orange County, you can rent a room for $600 a month with your own entrance, bathroom, including utilities. There's always good choice without living in a van, but van life, yeah. So there's always ways to do that. Like, I have seen the rent the room for, like, depends where, right? 500 to 1,000 plus, depends where you're at, what kind of room you have, the schnazzier areas or the more ghetto areas. And so, I mean, that in the long run is better than probably being in your van. If you're going to be stationary, if you have like a regular job you go to all the time and you're not going to be traveling, because there's still a lot of the younger folk that aren't at retirement age. Like, I can't just go and travel everywhere. For one, I don't make that much money. And then two, like, I have to go to the job. So, like, I can't just take off whenever I want. So that's another issue. Let's see. Hello, friends. I come from Vietnam. Nice to meet you. Well, thank you. Nice to meet you too, and welcome. Jojo, hi. Oh my goodness, I have 15 of you guys here. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Wow. Let's see. My husband and I live under 1,000 per month. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's so doable, right? It is. It really is. Like, even just your basic stuff. I mean, for me, if, like I said, if I want to go travel, if I want to take a vacation, if I want to purchase an extra cool gadget, or, you know, help somebody out or whatnot, then of course it's going to go up. Like, you know, obviously. But shoot, for like the general, that's awesome. Because I think that most people, even a part-time job, you can pay all your bills with about $1,000. Part-time job to full-time. If you work full-time, then of course the more hours, the more money you make per hour, what have you, then, you know, you're going to be able to save a whole lot more. Well, hello, Marco. Thank you for that thumbs up. Yay, I got 11 thumbs up. Thank you, Tara. Thank you for that thumbs up. Let's see. So, anyhow, yeah, I just thought I would share that. Like in Oklahoma, I actually had my house, and then I would live around 1,000, sometimes less, for the month also. But that's owning a house, that's maintaining it, that's doing the extra yard work, that's like the utilities and everything. Like, there's still areas that are super cheap, but I kind of battle with that. I would love to have a house somewhere out of California, because I can't afford to have my own house in California. And even if I did, I don't know that I would want to pay for $1 million, $2 million for a decent home, because the prices keep going up. Unfortunately, for what I could get in a different state, like, I could have a huge mansion for the same price that I could get a fixer-upper, a one-bedroom, half-burnt fixer-upper. Like, I could get a mansion somewhere else. So I struggle with that. I really do. I don't see a thumbs up. Only on my laptop, which is my daughter's. Oh, okay. Huh. Let's see. I just left the chat. It's in the front of the screen. Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe you leave the chat and come back, and It might refresh your screen. I'm not sure. So I've been trying to find an alternative to coffee for my evening drink, which it's not an evening drink, right? It's still morning, but I'm trying to reduce my amount of coffee because sometimes I get like extreme coffee caffeinated and you get the jitters, the antsy feeling like it's too much. So I'm trying to tone it down with tea. But I had to get something, you guys. Usually this is my evening drink now. And I've been going back and forth to like chamomile tea, hibiscus. Which other one do I have? I bought a little box where I have like the different kind of flavors, like a mixed flavor of berries. And I think the raspberry might be the better tasting one, or cherry. Might have been cherry. But that tastes like artificial candy. Like I don't want that. But what I have found so far has been green tea. And I tried green tea some time ago and I didn't really like it. But my hack to that is a huge tumbler for one tea bag. So like it's supposed to be maybe about half of that for the strength of one tea bag, and it's just too strong for me. So my hack is to put way more water for one tea bag and then add some honey, and then it's really yummy. So if you guys haven't tried green tea with honey, then you should try it because it's really good. And it's supposed to be good for you too, so we'll see. See what you guys are putting. Oh, there, I had to leave the chat. That's weird. That's weird, Cindy. Like you had to leave the chat and come back and then like it refreshed your screen, your thing. It's weird like that. I don't know why. There's times where I can't even like hang up the phone or exit or nothing. I have to like completely get off everything. It's weird. Technology, I guess. Let's see. And then, so for those of you that came in a little bit later, I was just sharing how I live dirt cheap in California, which I'll do a little rundown. So with rent is like the biggie, right? Rent or mortgage. And for this RV park, it is $700 all inclusive, all the utilities, even electric. And there's some RV spots, places that you still have to pay the RV spot plus electric. And this one you do not. So I'm very, very happy, very grateful about that. It's like a flat $700 fee. But with a roommate, I split it in half and we each pay $350. And we're happy about that. That's cheap enough, affordable enough for us. Food for myself, food and hygiene, I spend an average about $200 a month, and that can vary. Sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less. And what else do I have? Oh, for my van, the insurance, I have full coverage right now, and I pay almost $145, but I just rounded up. And then maintenance, I save back a sinking fund for about $100 a month is what I put back. And sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't, but it's there. And I rather save the maintenance because we know it's coming. We always know it's coming, whether it just be a routine oil change. Eventually you got to get tires, you got to change all kinds of different things. Even if you DIY like Tim, like you save a bunch of money there, but I don't know how to do any of that, so I have to take it somewhere and get it worked on. So I have to save, I think $100 for that is pretty reasonable. And then my cell phone with Mint Mobile, I pay $40, which is an awesome cell phone company I have discovered. So if you guys haven't heard of Mint Mobile, you should check it out. And then miscellaneous, I save back about $100, which averages to be about $100, because I have the lots up in Northern Cali that I have to pay property taxes. So that's about $40-50 a month that I save back for that. And then whatever happens to come up, the other, $50 to $60 a month, then I just use it for everything that might pop up, as far as like putting back towards registration for my car, renewals, you know, different things like that, whatever pops up. I don't put fund money, I don't put any kind of thing like that, because whatever's extra from my pay, then I do whatever I want with it, right? So most of it right now, I am saving, I am building up that emergency fund, and I plan on saving for at least 6 months. Once I get to 6 months of emergency fund with my basically $6,000, then I'm going to breathe a lot easier. But I want to get to like a whole year. So if I can get like 12 to 15,000 saved up, that would be awesome. And then from there, I'm going to go hard and save for income property. So I definitely want to do that. Let's see. Okay, bye, Cindy. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. We love to combine real lemon with hibiscus tea. Also adding chamomile. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Let's see. Hey, man, all you guys are awesome. I'll be back the next time live for sure, Dia. Oh, okay. Well, hose way. We'll see you later. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Louis Bale, never too late. Nope, never too late. As long as I'm on here, you can say hi. There you are. I was one of the late ones, Louis Bale. Well, no, you're good. You're good. But yeah, thank y'all for stopping by. Let's see, Tara, hello, Dia. Well, hello, Tara. And is that a dry erase board? Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. Cora actually gave me a couple of those. And then I had a little bitty, I found this one at the, I was gonna say thrift store. My God, at the dollar store, the Dollar Tree. I thought this was really cute. But this right here is a lot bigger for me to show you guys, right? Look at that. So I had got this one and Cora gave me a couple of these. She had extra. So I'll start to use these on my lives just to show you guys and like to remember, because trying to remember off the top of my head, forget about it. I will miss so much information. And then I got a little pack where it had like 4 or 5 of these in one pack from the dollar store. So that's all I do, guys. Like jot it down, pick a color and jot it down. I think that's fun. I nerd out on like little office stuff and little gadgets. Let's see. Oregon. My brother bit my back. What the heck? What did you do to him? What the heck? Ooh, your brother's a biter. Ah, much better. Not too hot. Yeah, I like the hibiscus, but I like it watered down with a lot of sugar and iced. That's really good. Jamaica. Oh, Lord, you laid on him by mistake. Jeez. Oh, my God. Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, these are super cute. And they had like the different designs, but I love the pink and red and strawberry. This was like my favorite fruit when I was little, the strawberry. I would chop it up into like, dice it up and then mix it with like cream and make it sweet. And it was a nice little dessert. But it has the magnet in the back too. And I think they also had some that were mirrors for your like lockers or something. So if you guys have any kind of metal or anything in your van, you can always just like put that on there, kind of like a fridge. Just plop it on there. You guys can see yourself if you get the one with the mirror, or you can, another great thing, you can write down your grocery list. Because I saw my sister do this and I was like, oh, okay, I learned something new every day. So she would like write as soon as she knew that she needed to get something or something ran out. She would write her grocery list, or even like her general grocery store list. And then I'm like thinking to myself, well, okay, so you write it down there and then you're just going to take it with you, or hello. She just took a picture of this. As soon as she was going to go to the store, she would take a picture of all she wrote down, and then she had it handy on her phone. And then you just delete the picture, right? It didn't dawn on me to do that, but there's one for you guys. If you don't want to write on actual paper, which I love writing on paper. But if you want to go more eco-friendly, I guess in a way, you just write your grocery list or to-do list or whatever. And if you need to take it with you, take a picture of it and you'll have it on your phone, because most of us have cell phones now, right? So that's a little tip. You're a girl, not a boy. Okay. I need one in the minivan to write down what I forgot to bring. Oh, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. And if you happen to find like the bigger ones, like I don't know where Cora got this, but you can always add magnets in the back, or you can like add Velcro, or even like drill a little hole. Since you're handy, you can drill a couple little holes and put some string or something and hang it just anywhere. I mean, there's so many ways to do it, right? These are very handy. There's the Lewis Bale. I have the same mini dry erase board on the fridge, and just take a picture before I go grocery shopping. You're super smart. I never thought of doing that, you guys. I always write on my little paper on my notebooks, and I just rip the paper and take it with me. But a picture, like I never thought of that ever. So yeah, now that's what I kind of do. I never knew that. Let's see. Yeah, that's a great idea for sure, because it's like, it's super easy and it's quick, right? You jot down all the stuff that you need, take a quick picture, and take off. And there'll be times where I would take my list, my handwritten list, and then it's like, okay, well, I forgot it in the car. I forgot it in my purse, and it didn't even dawn on me to look and see. And at least my phone, I'm always looking at my phone because it's a habit now. So that's what I do, you guys. That is what it is. A huge thing that saves me money is kind of obvious. Don't go out. Stay home. People don't like to hear those kind of saving tips. Have a more simple, boring life. Don't go out. If you go out, try to go somewhere where it's free. Nature, hikes, walks, parks. I mean, just walk around your area. Everything kind of boring because people like to be adventurous. They like to go on vacations. They like to go on cruises and pay hotel rooms and all kinds of stuff. But really, if you stay home more than you go out, you will be saving a lot of money. Not only because you don't have to put gas, you don't have to really buy anything out to eat. And I even stopped window shopping because it was just never window shopping. It was, oh, that looks cute. Oh, I could use that. Oh, I never knew I wanted that. Whether it cost you $5, $10, $20, like there's $20 that was wasted. Plus $40, $50, $100 in filling up your tank and then just going around, which don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing all that. I enjoy going out. I enjoy eating out. I enjoy having a nice coffee somewhere and just treating myself. But if you really want to crunch down and save money, you have to stay at home and DIY everything that you can. Yeah, Tim, eat out is the worst way to put a big dent into your budget. For real, for real. Because even a cup of coffee, like at the cheapest, you're going to find McDonald's for $1 and some change. But like if you really want a nice cup of coffee, you're going to be paying several dollars, $5 to $10, depends on what you order, where you go. And some of them don't even have refills, and some do, some don't. But not only is it bad for your wallet, it's bad for your waist. Oh man, I gained too much eating out. And then once I stop eating out, I start slimming down a little bit. And then I'm like, geez, they put a lot of like salt and oils and frying. And wow, you don't really notice until you stop doing it. And then your body like adjusts. You use a notepad-free app. Okay. But you're going to try the mini dry erase board method. Yeah, for me, it's like you could go on your phone and even like text it to yourself is my go-to if I need a reminder of something. I'll write a message and I'll text it to myself, and I won't open my text until like, I don't know, if I need to do something or have an appointment or something for the following day, I'll do that. I'll text myself. I won't open it that night. And then in the morning I see it and it's like a huge reminder, like, oh yeah, I forgot I need to do this, or I forgot I need to do that, or blah, blah, blah. But like, that's one of the ways. And I know they have like notes and different things you can go on here, but I'm too lazy for that. Like if I just go straight to my photos, then I can see it real easy. I need a few inches off my waist, though, Tim. Oh, I know I do. That's like the number one place that whenever I gain, it goes all into my belly, and then everything else starts getting bigger. And then when I start losing weight, then my belly starts going down, and then everything else goes down. Hang out with you and we will even out, right? Right, exactly. We'll be the average waist size. We'll be a number 10, Tim. You could be the 1 and I'll be the little 0. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, that is so yummy. It's starting to get warm in here. Y'all can see my cheeks getting more pink. I'll probably crack the window a little bit more. You can send Tim a few more. Send him a few pounds. Yeah, we'll donate a few pounds for you, Tim. You can afford to gain a few pounds more than we can. All right, crack my windows some more. Here we go. Yeah. Oh my gosh. If it was that easy, right? I'd be like, yeah, Tim, I'll send you an extra few pounds from my belly. Boop, here you go. Oh my gosh. Shameless plug right here, huh? Advertise my own self. This is the latest little character that Cora did for me. Hopefully it's not too blurry. I don't know if it is. But anyway, if it is, sorry about that. It's just a little van. And then you can see the tires are like little hearts. Little heart shape are the fenders. And then that's supposed to be me. And I guess that's summertime because I got shorts on. But it's super cute. And for those of you that don't know, Cora is my daughter, and she's an artist. And she hooks me up with a lot of these little caricatures for the stickers, for my channel stickers. Like I have a sticker and a few more. Yeah. Cora really loved making drawings of Tim. She found him really, really cool to draw and put chopsticks and all kinds of stuff. Okay, is the plan to live with your mom long term or enough time to get her on her feet? Well, the thing is, she is like a lot of the elderly on a very tight budget, very fixed income. She gets Social Security. So that's never enough to pay for any regular apartment, any regular rent. So she's always going to need help. So the goal is to eventually I might look for, like I was saying, an investment property. And if I can find something with multiple units, then we'll both be living in one unit, rent out the rest. Or if we find a house that has quite a bit of bedrooms, and I might go for that too and kind of rent out the bedrooms. And then she'll stay there and kind of supervise, live there. She won't have to worry about a place to live. And then I can travel a bit more often. So those are just like different things I think about. But I mean, she can't afford to live by herself. So yeah, it's just reality of a lot of older people that are in retirement. They're disabled, or they have, different things, super limited income. And they can't. That's why they do all this alternative lifestyle too, right? They live in RV parks, or they move into their vehicles because you just can't pay for it. It's too expensive. Let's see, any football people? Go Lions. Is there any football people here? No, I don't really watch sports. But your sticker is cute. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Cora's done me three different little caricatures already. They're super cute, but this is the latest one, and I think this is like by far the one that looks way more like me and is super cute. And she made me look so young and like super hip with my little van. And this was actually the previous van that I had before I bought this one. This one's white, and she drew me a gray one because that was the previous van that I had. She has it now. Go 49ers. Oh man. Yeah, I think that was that San Francisco 49ers or something. I don't remember. But I think that was my late brother's favorite team right there, the 49ers. Yeah, so another huge way to save is don't finance. Avoid it like the plague if you can. I know there's exceptions like a mortgage. That's typically the exception that a lot of people do. And then they just try their hardest to pay extra. I see a lot of people give advice on paying extra on your mortgage or your debt or whatever it be, but they don't really tell you to not just pay extra, but you have to make sure that it goes to your principal payment. I didn't know that many years ago. I had no idea. So we had, way back in the day, Corey was really young, and my ex-husband and I, we would finance cars. Like, who cares, right? We would finance cars, we would trade them in, we would upgrade, and living it up. And one time we were like, oh yeah, let's make an extra you know, let's put extra here. So we made the extra payment pretty much instead of paying into the principal. We had no idea. And so all that extra money was just going towards the next payment. And we learned that the hard way because the following month, when they give you like the statement and all that stuff, well, back in the day where it really wasn't like online, I learned, okay, well, I thought if I paid extra, then it was going like, it was lowering my amount, which it really wasn't. It was just to the next payment. And it does lower it a bit because it's the next payment, but you're mostly paying interest. Like you pay this much interest and this much of your principal payment. I had no idea. But a lot of people are like, yeah, pay extra, double up on your payments, do this, do that. Well, if you are not very specific, now it's easier because you could go online and it'll even tell you like principal only payment, or just like the monthly payment, like you're paying an extra payment or whatever. Always pay on your principal only. Yes, cash is king. Cash is king. Even if they try to take the cash away, cash will still be king. And then it'll probably be bartering is king, right? Before you take a loan somehow. Let's see. Miss Full Roller. You paid off your mortgage doing that, being debt free for 18 years. Oh, awesome. Heck yeah. Yeah, that saves you so much. So much. So a lot of people don't calculate how much interest is. They're just, the trick that people get into is, well, like if you go to a dealership or whatever, well, what are you comfortable paying a month? I don't know, 300, 500, you know, you just throw out a number that you think you can pay every month. Well, then they kind of adjust the numbers to that. They'll increase the years that you have to pay, but they don't give you a lower interest rate. They don't worry about that. They like, the name of the game is them making money and not so much you, because they want their interest. It's a business after all, right? So yeah, that will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Mo Banks says, nice, Miss Full Roller. I paid my house off in 12 years. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I've known about Tim. Tim's been on it for a while. His $10 million house that he paid off. Oh, let's see. Miss Full Roller. Yes, any extra must be towards the principal, mortgage, or interest fronted loans. Yes, I learned that too. A lot of people are so oblivious to this because they don't have the experience, they don't do the research, and sometimes it's overwhelming, and they don't want to know all the little details. They just want to know, what's my monthly payment? Okay, 30 years. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I can pay, you know, $1,200. It includes everything, my interest, my principal, my property taxes, my home insurance, and like they just see, okay, well, all that's going to be like $1,200 or whatever it may be, right? $1,200 is probably super cheap now. For us, way back in the day, I think we were paying $1,345 or something like that for a really nice big house in Texas. And I had no idea until I started like looking into detail of what we were actually paying. We had paid for years and years, and then we saw the balance and it was still pretty high. I was like, what the hell? We've paid all these years and our balance is still pretty much like how we started. What the hell is going on? Well, then I started looking into it, and what we're paying is like the majority is interest, and then you're just paying like barely anything off the principal, and then it just keeps going that way until you've paid all the interest up front pretty much throughout those years. And then as your interest, or the amount of interest that you're paying, just, you know, oh my God, I get so mad still thinking about it. But I had no idea. So definitely look into that and educate yourself on finances, because we did. We would pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars just in interest, and then like a few dollars in the principal. And oh my gosh, I had no clue. I had no clue. See, Tara says, oh no, I missed one. Sorry. I missed a couple. My goodness. See, Mobank says, I started out with a 30-year loan. After 5 years, I refinanced. Oh, yeah. Into a 15-year loan, knocked off 15 years of payments. Yes. That, and when you refinance, like it, duh, sometimes you can get even a way lower interest rate, and that might help too. Like you got to see what you're paying to refinance too, if it's worth it, if it's not. You got to look at all the numbers. But most of the time it is. See, Tara, my house has been paid for 2 years, not a mansion, but we make it work. But it's your mansion, girl. It's your paradise. Let's see, Miss Full Roller. That's the only way my husband and I are able to live on less than $1,000. Exactly. Yeah, once you knock off that rent payment, that mortgage payment, the car payments, all the extra interest, all that stuff, you can live so cheaply. It is very true. And then it says, then I paid extra into the principal, paid off in 7 years. Wow. 12 years total and done. It seemed like forever, right, Tim? But once it was done, oh my gosh. Miss Full Roller. I did the same thing, Mobang. And Tara says, thank you, Dia. Have a beautiful day, all. Well, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, Tara. See, Mobang. It still sucks to pay property taxes, $500 a month, though. Ugh, I know it. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that even like, yeah, even if it was paid off, if you are on like an extremely low income, you probably couldn't even afford to stay there. That sucks. Unless it was like you and your spouse both had separate retirements and you combined your money, because like for Tim, $500 a month just in property taxes, like most people couldn't even afford that. Like, cause let's say you get like $1,100, $1,200, $1,500 in your Social Security or whatever. Like that's a whole third or more of your income right there. Then you still have food, you still have co-payments on like the healthcare stuff, and it's crazy. You did a post on your blog about it years ago. Oh, okay. I didn't know you had a blog. It hasn't gotten much traction. I'm so proud of that series. Oh, do you have an actual channel? I'm gonna have to check you out. Well, hello. Yes, I've had my interest rate on that refi, plus my payment did not change. Sweet. Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, because sometimes there's a significant difference in the actual payment if you do like the 15-year or if you do the 30-year. Like it really is a big difference in your total payment. That's why a lot of people are like, oh, I'll do 30 years and I'll just pay extra when I can. Yeah, no, you have to be intentional for sure. Diving Duck is asking, where is that? $500 a month for property tax? Yeah, isn't that crazy? That's a lot. That is a lot. And I think last time Gray Man mentioned he had a friend in, I want to say Houston or somewhere in Texas. He was paying $16,000 a year for property taxes. That was crazy. I remember the cheapest that I had to pay property taxes was a house that I had over in Oklahoma. And that was $112, but for the whole year. And that house cost $9,000. So that was a huge savings. It was a total fixer-upper. It was tiny. It was a little shack. but it was paid for and it didn't cost me very much. And Tara says, oh my God, Mobang, Michigan gal, and property taxes don't compare to that. Ooh. Mobang says, I couldn't. A slumlord and rent out rooms. Oh my God, that's what I would be, Tim. I would have to, only because I want to make sure that I'm able to pay for the property taxes, the maintenance, the utilities, the upkeep. Like, I want to have enough to cover that. Hopefully a little extra. So I would rent my rooms out and then go travel whenever I felt like it, without having the pressure of, oh no, I have to stay somewhere and I have to go to work, and you know, I have to be in a certain place because I have a regular job and I just can't go travel whenever I want. So if I was able to cover all that, then that's like my backup plan, where I have somewhere to go just in case, you know, that's still my house. So I can always come back to that and live there. But at the same time, it's like I want to have that in my back pocket, as they say, and then have somebody else kind of help me out with all that expense, right? Let's see. See, Tara says, you could, Mobang. I'm in a very rural 1 acre diving duck, 60 a month in Georgia, but it's doubled. Everything's like doubled, triple, quadrupled, right? Oh, it's so crazy. See, you're on a 1/2 acre with an old house just outside city limits. That sounds nice. That sounds really nice. Tara says, yes, Miss Full Roller. It floors me. Mobang says, I'll do a bed and breakfast because I'm only 2 blocks from Disneyland. Yeah, that's true. I was going to say like the Airbnb thing, but a bed and breakfast would probably be better. Only because you take all the profit. You take all the profit and you can give them the Vietnamese cooking experience. And that's what you can call it. Oh man, you call it something snazzy like that. And then with full Vietnamese experience, you can cook and clean and I don't know. You can even gift them a chopsticks, Tim. Oh, but that is a perfect spot. Like 2 blocks from Disney, for sure. For sure, you would be busy. You would be busy. That'll be like your 10th side hustle. Yeah, definitely, Kathy. He's too good to be a slumlord. No, he would be working extra hard. Oh man. Your OCD with maintenance. Ah. That's a good thing though, because you have to be keeping up on the upkeep. Otherwise, what a few $100 fix every once in a while can lead to thousands and thousands and thousands of a disaster fix. Miss Full Roller, what? 16,000 per year in property? Yes, in property taxes. You don't think you've paid that much in 23 years of living in your house? I was shocked. I was shocked when he mentioned that. His friend. I almost want to say it was somewhere in Houston. But that must be like a beautiful mansion. I don't know what kind of property, but $16,000 a year for property taxes. I could live off maybe 2 years off of that, right? In my extreme frugal ways, at least a whole year, live off $16,000 and like eat out more often and buy me things and like be a little bit more extravagant, right? To what I'm used to. Let's see. the importance of shoes and handbags when I was younger. How naive I was, right? What I thought was, yeah, to what it is now. To me, it would be boredom shopping, guys. Boredom shopping. I would walk around the store, the stay-at-home mama. So I just wanted to get out with Cora, and like I would get her a toy every time we went somewhere. And I found, like, I don't know, let's just call it a shirt that I liked. Well, I wanted to get it in all the different colors. And did I end up using all of them? No. I ended up using one or two of the colors that I would pick, and the rest of them would just be there. I've wasted so much. My gosh. Let's see. And Tim, authentic Vietnamese delicacies. Yes. Get the full Vietnamese experience. You have to add that in there, Tim. You do. Let's see. Where are you from? I'm from my mama. I'm from California, actually. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. And she's from Mexico, and my dad's from Nicaragua. And then the only history before that I know, on my dad's side, some of them migrated from Spain to other places. So there's a little bit of Spaniard. But that's pretty much all I know. Until I do like some kind of DNA, ancestry DNA, and then see where I'm really from, right? I don't know. Kay Kennedy. Same here, Tara. And then Miss Full Roller. I don't think my property taxes over 23 years totaled 16. Yeah, for sure. No, I understood what you said. Yeah, total. Not even probably in a lifetime, right? But yeah, that must have been, or must be, a beautiful, huge, expensive home. A mansion or 3. I don't know. Well, good morning. Good morning. Well, anyhow, you guys, I've been here long enough. If you guys want to share anything, I'll read your comments. If not, then I will say thank you for stopping by and for sharing your awesome, beautiful Sunday morning with me. Let's see. Mobang says, you can't beat the California weather, though. Oh, yes. Got to pay to play in the sun and see. You're not joking there. You're not. You are not joking there. It has like the best, in my opinion, and it should be in everybody's opinion. The best weather in the whole world. Like, I think California, Southern Cali anyway. Southern California has like top-notch weather. Perfect. Let me see, Tara. Mine either, but they do go up every year. Oh, I know. And then I'm watching from Japan. Well, hello. I'm in California. Hello, all the way to Japan. That is cool. It sounds kind of ignorant, but I know I've been noticing a whole bunch more van lifers, mostly van lifers, from videos popping up from all over the world. And there's a lot from Japan, there's a lot in Asia, there's a lot in like Central America, they're everywhere, Mexico, everywhere. I'll watch them, and a lot of them are in Spanish, which is fine because I speak Spanish, right? So I can watch them. But a lot of them are in, I don't know what languages, like different kind of languages. Even in Africa, I saw one lady, she was living in Africa, and luckily she had her video in English so I could understand. So I don't know, because there's so many different languages. But if I don't understand it, I just look at them and I see how they're living, what they have, all this stuff. And it's so cool. I had no idea that like the van life was this Huge. It was huge. It's everywhere. I don't know if that's because of YouTube. It just blew up. Like, I have no idea. Maybe it's because of that. I don't know. But I had no idea about van life or tiny house life or anything like that. I knew about RVs. And this was in the early 2000s where I started discovering tiny houses. And I thought that was so cool. I was like, oh, I want a tiny house. But then you get into it and you get to looking at all that stuff and you realize with laws, regulations, stipulations, it's so limited. Like you just can't live in a tiny house, at least at that time, because they were not allowed. But now I see some RV parks, tiny house type RV parks that are allowing the tiny houses. And that's super cool. Today is Monday in India. Oh, cool. Yeah, the trick is to use federal social security checks to pay the state and the county taxes and be able to live off the rest. Yeah, and sometimes you're going to have to, unfortunately, sell and move somewhere else. And it sucks unless you have like a backup plan or a side hustle or a different way of making money, a little extra money. Parlay or parle? I like my home country. All right. Louis Bale. I've seen documentaries about van and bus lifers from the early 60s during the Vietnam War earlier. Oh. Well, thanks for sharing that because I might start looking on YouTube about that. See how they lived, huh? Like the hippies. That was the hippies, right? But I haven't really seen too much about that. I guess I have to like look it up, right? You love watching all the van life videos from everywhere. Housing costs globally are out of control. That's why it exploded. Yeah, that's true. They have like the van lifers, the car lifers, SUV lifers, RV lifers, all that stuff, alternative living. And now that I've also discovered, like I knew about the BLM lands where you can go for like a couple weeks at a time or something. And I'm not sure if it's free. I think it is free. But now I've been seeing a bunch of videos about the LTVAs, the long-term visitor areas or something like that. And they're paying about $180 for a whole 7 months. Not each month, but a total of 7 months. And it equals out to be about $180. And they have water, they have sewer, they have trash, they have bathrooms. The thing that they do not have is electricity. And that's over in the desert too. I think close to Quartzsite maybe. I don't know if there's more. If there's different states that have that too. But the videos that I've been seeing, I think has been near the Quartzsite area. I'm like, shoot, I want to try that for $180 for 7 months. Even if I stayed 5 months there and then I went to Texas to be around my daughter and my grandbaby, my future grandbaby, which he or she is already here. I don't know what it is yet. Which, by the way, for you guys still here, and you know about my daughter, she took a blood test, and within a week or two, she should know if it's a boy or a girl. So I will keep you guys updated on that. Let's see. The Deep South is so backwards. Do you like Bollywood movie? I've seen a few of those. I do. I've seen a few of those. Let's see. Yes, nomadic life has been around for decades. Well, yeah. Oh, hey, Damien. Hi. How are you? Yeah, for us, we grew up and it was just apartment life. We had a couple houses we stayed in, but not very long. And mainly it was just apartments. That's how I grew up, living in apartments. Yeah, yeah. You're glad to know about the blood test and Cora. Yeah, for sure. Um, so she's she says she is checking every day, every hour, she said, but I don't think every hour, to see if the results have came back, because they did a whole bunch of different tests, and every once in a while a test will come back, so she'll either get alerts from that and she'll check them. But she's antsy to know. I think we all are. We want to know, like, what is it, a boy, is it a girl, what are you gonna have? I'm so ready. Hope she's not getting any government injections. So hard to keep up. No, she's not even like the flu vaccine. We're not about that either. So they offered her a flu vaccine and she's like, no, no, thank you, I'm good. And then of course they insist on all these different things, and she's like, no, no, no. And they told her, well, maybe next time that you come, and they gave her a few pamphlets and see if you change your mind. No, no, thank you, no, no. Let's see, Miss Full Roller, Bob from Cheap RV Living has been doing it for decades. Yeah, I saw a documentary. Michael Tubbs or something like that, I think, is the person that did that documentary. That's how I came across Bob Wells and a whole bunch of other ones. Also a man named Randy Vining. I really like his poems, and I think Bob even made a couple videos with him there. His poems are, the ones that he shared on there are about frugal living, nomadic life, and it's really cool. If you guys haven't checked him out, he has some poems on there on the interviews with the Cheap RV Living YouTube. You just look up Randy Vining. I like his videos a lot. Let's see, good point. Anti-vax. Love Bob Wells. Very wise and interesting fellow. He is. He really is. Yeah, anti-vax for sure. I used to get, well, like it was in the military, like they make you get everything. But yeah, afterwards I would get like the flu shot every year, and I would get sick every year. Then I stopped doing that, and wow, guess what? I never got the flu. How weird is that? And they even say, I've even heard them say that the vaccine is for the previous type of virus going around. It's not even for the current one. So I'm like, well, then why am I getting something that possibly helped the previous virus that was going on, maybe the last year or two, or whatever it was? Why am I getting it when it's not helping me for what's going on right now, supposedly? Like, that's right, Dia. I don't know. I don't take any of that. I didn't take the COVID. I mean, that's individual thing. If you want to take it, go for it. I'm not here to tell you what to do, what not to do, but I don't want to do it. This Full Roller. Yes, Randy Vining. I was just thinking of him the other day, but couldn't remember his name. Oh my God. I have watched those 2 videos that I know that Bob Wells posted on there. I've watched those several times. I really love it. And his poems are like, they just hit the heart spot, I really like his poems. Yeah, but I'm go on a rant, right? I'm against the vaccine, all this push about vaccines. I know medicine has helped in a lot of ways, so I'm not completely saying not no, never, heck no, but I try to avoid as much as I can and let my body fix itself. And then, I mean, I've gotten surgeries, I've gotten different kind of medical treatments and stuff like that. So I know there is a need for it. I'm not saying no completely, like not at all. But there's a lot that we do not need. Like our whole bodies just can figure itself out. God made us that way. Like, that's it. Medical treatment is my last resort. Let me just put it that way. See, yes, Tara. That's why I'm glad to see him come to YouTube and is doing well. There's so many people that, especially on Bob Wells' channel, where he has interviewed so many people, and like I want to follow up. The one that I see him do a lot of follow up is on that lady called Box Van D. So D, she has a few videos on his channel, or where she comes out in a few videos on his channel. But I want more updates of all these different people. Like, I want updates. Let's see. Check out videos on narrowboat living. I love those too. I love them. I think van/nomads have it easier than them. I think so too. My son had the flu, so I got the flu vaccine for the first time, and 8 days later I was sick, A-type flu. I'm telling you. Sometimes it's better just to get the actual virus from, you know, the person, deal with that, and then you have the antibodies, and like I think that's better in a way, instead of the vaccine. Medical way too expensive. Exactly. Medical is too expensive. I can't afford it. So I try to stay as healthy as I can, because I can't afford to be paying for doctors and insurance and all kinds of stuff. Let's see, I have to get the flu shot and the COVID shot to keep my job, and so far it's been okay for me, but not for others. Yeah. That does suck. That does really suck. And then for you, Ileana, it's like, I think you mentioned you work from home, so like why would they force you when you're not really around? Unless, I guess, if you might have occasional meetings or conferences or something and you're around more people, but that's crazy. That's crazy. You either get the vaccine or you can go look for a different job. That's insane. That was a huge deal going around when they first started with the vaccines, with the COVIDs. It was crazy. Let's see. Oh, yes, Louis Bell. I look at and love alternative living. I do too. Granny Prepper. Hi, Robin. Said, I'm the only one in my crew of 13 that never took any COVID shots, and I'm the only one that didn't get it. Isn't that crazy? The other 12 got it more than once. That's true. One of my brothers got the vaccine, a few vaccines actually, and him and his family have gotten COVID at least 3 times that I know of, possibly 4 times. So what's the point of the vaccine? Everyone in your household has COVID numerous times. I have not got it. And did you take the vaccine? Isn't that weird? Did they take the vaccine? I don't know. Like, each body is different too, so I mean you have to take that into consideration, but that is just, it blows my mind sometimes. What is Louis Bale's channel? It doesn't pop up on YouTube. I don't know. They would have to make a comment below the video once the live is over, or on a different well, if you have a channel, comment after the live, and then we can click on your little picture thing on your name, and then we can go see if you have a channel, and then we can subscribe to that. So a lot of us on here do have channels. Like I know Dee's Life Journey, he has a channel. Mo Bang for Your Buck has a channel. Cindy has a channel. Who else on here has a channel? Maybe there's a few of you that have channels and I don't see it. Not sure who else on here has a channel. If you have a channel, just let us know. We'll go check you out. Yeah, you watch Cindy's and Tim's? Yeah, I like their channels. Cindy, I think, is a little bit more shy, but she's getting better too. I think just with time, we get better and better. Louis Bale 1. Yeah, that's how you look up the channel. Louis Bale 1. Just how it's spelled on there. All lowercase with the 1 attached, all one word. Try that. But yeah, I would watch the narrow boats. I think those are so cool. But I get a little scared because I can't really swim, for one. They're like, oh my God, you're from California, you can't swim. Yes, I can't really swim, okay? I can't swim. I get a little scared. It's kind of my phobia to be like in the deep water and all the sharks and things. I feel like they're gonna eat me or I'm gonna drown. They're called phobias. Granny Prepper says, Dee's Life Journey. I also follow Cindy and Tim too. Ooh, that was good tea. Los Pibes Santiago. Hola. Hello. Hi. See, I have a website that is live but not complete. Oh, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Let's see, Louis Bale. Europe has been having terrible storms, and a few of the narrow boats turned over. Oh no, that's bad. Dang. Wow, I had no idea. I know there was I believe it was a gentleman last live. He mentioned he was from Australia, I believe, and they were having he mentioned a cyclone or a cyclone warning or something like that. He said it was similar to like a hurricane. I was like, oh my God. See, Dee's Life Journey says, Granny Prepper, very nice. Tara, I was in the same Dia with money when I was younger. Such a waste, for real. I wasted so much money. Let's see, Miss Full Roller. I have a channel, but you have not posted in a year. I'm not in a van. Okay. Well, a lot of times you don't even have to be in a van. You just post your tips, your tricks, your experiences. A lot of people just share stories that they've, where they've been, where they've traveled, different tips, tricks, just anything really. Tell stories. If you're a good storyteller, people like to listen to that. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy muy bien, gracias. Let's see. What is it, Miss Full Roller? And Dee's Life Journey, Noodle Pear, what is your channel name? Her channel name, I think, is Noodle Pear. Channel will be, the channel will be Belax. Noodle Pear will just be a couple of videos to show the game and workbook. Yeah, she's got all kinds of stuff she's working on. I'm excited to see the finale with that, the actual launch. Granny Prepper, I barely make ends on Social Security. I mean, here in Arizona. Not sure I could make it in California. Wonderful chat, Dia. Well, thank you. And Damien says, cool. I know, Robin. I was talking about that earlier because somebody had mentioned if I was going to be living with my mom, like from now on, was it temporary? Was it just to get her on her feet? But reality is she makes very little on Social Security / disability or whatever it is. And she can't afford it. It's like you have like that very limited income and you had to move somewhere else, and like you barely make ends meet, like you said. So like she can't afford to rent her own place and to do whatever she wants by herself. It's impossible for a lot of people. That's why they do like the house hacking. That's why they have the roommates. That's why they have all kinds of different things. And if you're like super limited, especially if you have disabilities, you can't. You just can't do it. You can't do it. And like you said, especially in California. Louis Bale, you just take pictures of your travels, plane, train, and Eiffel Tower, etc. Oh, cool. And then, but you should just be able to pull it off of Miss Full Roller. Okay, go check Miss Full Roller. Relax will be relaxing videos about bees. Buzzing little bees. Okay, I'll be your 10th sub. Noodle Pear, I can't find it either. Game is almost done. She hasn't launched it yet, I don't think. So soon. She'll let us know. She'll let us know on here, and then you guys can go check it out. Yeah, it would be cool if everyone came to comment under the live. Yes, definitely. Come back after this live and post a comment, and then we can check your channel out. We'll go check it out. Well, all right, you guys. I appreciate you guys being on here and commenting and having a nice conversation with me, listening to me just jabber on and drink my drink and tell you about how I live cheap in California. And I guess just for the very, very latecomers, I'm going to share just really quick how I live cheap in California. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate you guys. You guys have an awesome rest of your Sunday, and I will see you guys here next Sunday. And I have quite a few videos that are scheduled to come out. So I'm going to be either posting 2 to 3 videos during the week plus a live stream. And yeah, look forward to that. I have a lot of different setups behind the curtain that I'm going to be sharing also. That's why I don't want to open the curtain and show you my latest setup. But I have a few of those coming up, so stay tuned for all that. And I appreciate you guys. Remember, come back and put a comment under this live so we can go check your channel out. Yeah, don't forget to give it a like, guys. All right, bye. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you guys.